All right, talking about some mini-series. I'll make sure this video is quite short. I'll see myself out.
Thank you! What a moron.
Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10. Let's walk to my top 10 favorite TV miniseries. There's a lot of great ones. And it was hard to think of just 10. I was going to do a top 20, but like, nah, 10's good. I don't want to make this video too long. It might already be too long. It's already a minute in. It's too long. So, I'm just going to talk about my 10 personal favorite miniseries. So, these are just miniseries that I think are the best, or just, my personal favorites and stuff. And what classifies as a miniseries. For me, what it classifies as a miniseries is a show that's only one season, but it was made to just be one season. Not a show that got canceled, not a show that has multiple seasons. Like, I don't consider True Detective a miniseries. I consider that an anthology series. Same with the Feud series, an American Horror Story, anthology series. And again, Firefly, that show got canceled. I don't even know if people say Sherlock might be probably like a miniseries because it's always nominated for miniseries because it's 3 episodes a season. It's only like 9 or 10 episodes. So maybe you could count that. Sherlock's not on here, but I always classified Sherlock as just because it's a British series. They just do things differently. But yeah, to me, the ones I have on here are miniseries. So yeah, I know it's a little strange, but again, these are just my favorites. If your favorites are not on here, that's okay. Everyone has different tastes, different opinions. Let's get to it. There's a few honorable mentions, some ones that almost made the list. First one is Made. This is a great show with Margaret Qualley about a woman who has a kid and she's trying to get out of an abusive relationship. She takes a job as a maid and stuff. It is a fantastic story about hardship and poverty and abuse, and Margaret Qualley is the reason to watch the show. She kills it. It's such a good show. It's on Netflix. Definitely check it out. Another one is Dope Sick. Dope Sick was really good. This is about the Oxycontin epidemic that happened in North America. People got addicted to Oxycontin because doctors were prescribing them for pain. It was a painkiller, and people got heavily addicted, and a lot of people died and overdosed, and it was about big pharma taking advantage of it and making money off the medical industry and off people, the death of people. This is a terrific show. Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Caitlin Dever, all really solid in this show. The show is really good. It's a hard watch, though. It's not a very pleasant show, but it's very good. Next is The Haunting of Hill House, directed and created by Mike Flanagan. I have not watched Bly Manor. Everyone tells me to watch it, or Midnight Mass, because everyone's like, if you like Hill House, you watch those. I've still not watched those, but I've watched Hill House. Hill House I've seen multiple times. It's a great show, very spooky. It takes the original story and makes it a little different and unique. The performances are great. It's very well shot, and it's a damn good show. Next is 1883, the prequel to Yellowstone. This is the only one that's a miniseries because 1923 and Yellowstone had become an actual show. 1883 was just a one-seasoned miniseries about the creation of the Dutton Ranch. Super good. What's his name? Sam Elliott. He was so good. Tim McGraw. Cast is good, and the brutality and the Western action, so real, so visceral. The last one that almost made the list was The Night Manager. This is a John LeClaire adaptation with not Tom Holland. There's so many Toms in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. Really good espionage spy thriller. Very atmospheric, very deep. Fantastic show. All right, let's not waste any time. Number 10, Over the Garden Wall. Over the Garden Wall is the only animated miniseries I have on here. You can make a debate with a lot of anime as miniseries because there's a lot of anime. They're only 10 to 15 episodes, but no anime on this list. Animated, yes, if it's intended to be a miniseries. Over the Garden Wall is one of the best. It's such a good show. It's only like 8 or 9 episodes. It is about these two brothers who go over this wall into this magical world on Halloween night, and they are trying to discover like who they are as brothers and their relationship, but also how the heck to get out of here. It's a very sort of modern retelling of Alice in Wonderland, except Alice, it's just two brothers and stuff. It gets weird, it gets trippy, it's very well animated. It's a great show for the whole family to watch. It's also a great show to watch during the Halloween season. So, if you've not seen this, Elijah Wood's in it too. He does a great job. This is a very good show. It always sticks with me every time I think of or Over the Garden Wall. I'm just like, man, they need to make more movies and shows like this. Kind of like the Halloween Tree. That's another good like Halloween movie, but also with a good message and to educate young people. This is one of those shows too. So yeah, Over the Garden Wall, great show. Number 9 is one I don't think any young person has ever seen, and that is called Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove is a 4-part miniseries that was made in 1989. And the reason I know this is because I watched this in school. We read the book in my grade 12 English class, and we watched the 4-part miniseries. We watched an episode a day. Well, now I think it took us a week because each episode is like 90 minutes. So it took us like a week to watch the whole 4-part miniseries in my grade 12 English class. But I loved the miniseries. It still is so good. I rewatched it because it's on Tubi. I rewatched it a few years ago. It still holds up. It's still a great Western show. It has a great cast. You got Robert Duvall, you got D.B. Sweeney, you got Tommy Lee Jones, you got Diane Lane, Danny Glover. So many actors are guest stars in certain episodes. Very good show. This is a Western show just after the Civil War, and it's about these cowboys in this ranch that are going to take the herd and go over to another state. I think, was it Arkansas, I think? Is it Arkansas or something? Something like that. I forget where. Everyone's going to tell me in the comments below. And it's basically their journey of moving their herd to another state and the craziness that goes on while they're moving the herd. And it gets deep. It's a very deep show. It's a very deep Western, very character-driven show. And the actors, because they got like huge A-listers to be in this miniseries, and that was so unheard of in the 1980s when a TV series like this came out. Getting like Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones in there, and they're so good. It feels like a movie. It just feels like you're watching a 6-hour film, and it's really good. It's based off a fantastic book, and it's a fantastic series. If you ever check it out, check it out. It's on Tubi. That's the only streaming service I know it's on. So yeah. Coming in number 8 is the most underrated show that came out in a few years. And I don't understand it. Critics are on drugs. They did not like it, and they're wrong. That's called The Offer. The Offer is a great damn show. This is about the filming of The Godfather. This is about Miles Teller's character. He's the producer of The Godfather. He has a boring desk job, then eventually wants to get into the movie industry and start producing and financing films and stuff. And he finds Mario Puzo's book, and he wants to make that into a movie. He gets like Francis Ford Coppola and all the actors involved, but all just during this time, the actual real-life mafia did not want that movie made because it was an insult to Italians and the race of Italians. And it's all about how getting this movie made. It's all about the industry. It's about MGM. It's about the Italian mob. What a good show. I love this show. I've seen this show twice. I've showed this to another person. They also loved it. Miles Teller's great. Dan Fogler's Francis Ford Coppola is really good. You got Giovanni Ribisi is also very good in this movie. This show, sorry. What's his name too? Matthew Good is one of the execs at MGM. No, not MGM. Paramount. So it's Paramount. Yeah, Paramount, not MGM. But yeah, really good show. I love it. I love shows and movies about the film industry, especially back in the classic age of cinema. Really good show. Critics are wrong about it. It's fantastic. Number 7, one of the most brutal and unwatchable shows, but it's fucking top notch, so I had to put it on here. That's Chernobyl. HBO's Chernobyl. Very difficult to watch, because this is about the Chernobyl that happened and killed a lot of people, and the radiation and the infection, and how the government had to sweep it under the rug and stuff like that. Really great show. Stellan Skarsgård and Jared Harris are incredible in this show. And it just tells a real story, the politics behind it, the history behind it, and the damage it created. Still to this day, Chernobyl still affects people. And it is a very hard show to watch, especially during the radiation scenes and the exposure it did to a lot of people. It is difficult, but it is a good show, and it's a historical show. If you have a strong stomach, check it out. Number 6, recent one, The Penguin. The Penguin just exceeded my expectations, because my expectations weren't very high. like, I enjoyed the Batman, the show, the movie, sorry. The Robert Pattinson movie was a very good movie. I did not love it like everyone else did. Everyone thought it was, like, the greatest thing ever, the best Batman movie ever. I don't think so. But Colin Farrell was my favorite part of that movie. And the show about him, I don't know, I wasn't getting excited over it, though. I'm like, no, just because I've been so, like, let down with these stupid Marvel shows, and just they're all just such mediocrity, and they're just not great. So, when I watched The Penguin, lo and behold, the show is amazing. It's so good. It's better than the Batman movie. It is one of the best, like, comic book related shows ever made. Colin Farrell is amazing in this show. Amazing. Just incredible. He is transformed as the character of Oswald Cobblepatch, and he is the Penguin. He is fantastic. The whole cast is fantastic as well. Even what's her name? Oh my, I forgot her name already. The girl that played in How I Met Your Mother. She's in the show too, as Falcone's daughter. She is amazing in this show too. It's a great crime show, but it's also a very deep-rooted show about evil and about a villain. I love that they made a show about a villain, and he's the villain. They didn't try to, like, they showed the badness of his life, but they didn't try to make him this, like, deep. Well, he is deep, but, like, they didn't try to make him, like, this, in his own way, he thinks he's good. And, like, you know those villains they try, like, they're actually maybe in the right and stuff. Like, they're good villains. They're villains, but they're good. No, he is the embodiment of evil. And he's not thinking what he's doing is good. He just wants to do it because he wants power and stuff. I love that they did that. They made a show about a true villain. And that's why the show works so well. Because what Marvel's doing so much with these villains and trying to make them sympathetic and everything. No, this show is like, no, this is the Penguin. He is a ruthless thug. And that's what he is in this show. So good. I loved the show. I thought it was fantastic. If Shogun didn't come out last year, it would have been my favorite show of the year. All right, top 5. Number 5, Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit is a fantastic show about chess, about the first great female chess player. And it's got Anya Taylor-Joy, so that's a sell for me because I love Anya Taylor-Joy. She is a fantastic actress. Everything she plays in is top tier. She is so good in everything she does. This is easily the best performance she gives in anything. She is incredibly good, very sympathetic, but also sort of unlikable at times. She talks about her life, the struggles she had with her life, struggles she has as a woman and a woman chess player in a man's game. She talks about her addiction, talks about some of the urges she had to go through, talks about her life in a very pure and real and human way. And it all comes together with a great performance of Anya Taylor-Joy. Everyone else is good, the direction's good, the script is solid, but Anya Taylor-Joy is the reason to watch this show. Give it a shot. Give it a shot if you haven't seen it. All right, number 4 is John Adams. I think a lot of people, especially into history, know about this show. Phenomenal show. Paul Giamatti as John Adams is incredibly good. Like, Paul Giamatti is like an amazing actor. I've yet to see a movie he gives a shitty performance. He is so good as John Adams. I believe he was John Adams. And you also got like Tom Wilkinson in the show, and you got like Danny Houston and David Morse. And they're all playing characters like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. This is about John Adams and his job in Europe and him becoming the vice president and becoming the president and all that stuff. All the major accomplishments of John Adams. I always thought John Adams was just a mediocre president. He was a great man, had great ideas. He was a fantastic leader and a good lawyer and a good vice president, but he just didn't know what he was doing as president. But that's personal politics aside. The show is fantastic. It's very well done. It puts you into that time period in this century. It is so good. The cast is good. The direction is good. Again, like Lonesome Dove, it's a show with a big cast, and it feels like just a 9-hour movie, but it is a miniseries, and it's fantastic. Check it out. Number 3, it's 11/22/63. This is a show starring James Franco, so take that with a grain of salt. He is good in the show. This is based off the Stephen King book, though. Like, I'm not big on Stephen King's books. I like some of his adaptations, but I've tried to read a few Stephen King books, and they're very hard to get through. But I never read this book. I've always wanted to read this book, but I saw the series when it came out, And I loved it so much. I thought it was so good. And I need to read the book, and maybe I'll do a video of a comparison of the book and the show. But the show's great. You got James Franco in this movie, and he goes back in time into the 60s, and he wants to stop the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And he thinks that trajectory will change the course of history and make the world a better place. It is wishful thinking because John F. Kennedy was a fantastic president, but I don't know how much he could have done to actually change the world like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington did, but I digress. The show is great. It is so intense, it is so deep and very well directed, and James Franco is really good, and I can't spoil how it ends because that ruins the whole show. Like, I will not say how the show ends, but it ends really fucking good. It is one of the most intense stories you will watch in a miniseries. And yeah, it's really good. I can't say anymore. Check it out. It's so good. Number 2 is The Last Dance. This is a documentary miniseries. I need to watch more docuseries. There's so many good docuseries out there. The one that I just love the most is The Last Dance, about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls during this time period of the late 80s and 90s, about him, Scottie Pippen, and the Bulls and their victory of Michael Jordan, but other players on the team with Michael Jordan and how they had to deal with the huge popularity of Michael Jordan to be on the same team as Michael Jordan. I am a huge Michael Jordan fan, so this I love. I absolutely loved this series. This is like 6 episodes of just amazing sports history. It just tells a real story about the Chicago Bulls and the city of Chicago. No, I'm not a fucking American, but it's a great docuseries. Michael Jordan's story is really well told, but it doesn't always just like sugarcoat things and just paint Michael Jordan as like this like god figure. It tells about what the other players were feeling when Michael Jordan was on the team, and he was getting all the credit for everything. Even though Michael Jordan is considered one of the greatest basketball players ever, there were other teammates on that team doing just as much of hard work as Michael Jordan was. And it's great. It's a great series. Fantastic. If you love basketball and anything about sports, it's amazing. So good. Number 1. There's only one right answer for what is the best TV miniseries of all time. To me, there's only one answer, and that's Band of Brothers. I've never seen a miniseries better than the Band of Brothers. Never in my life. Band of Brothers is not only the best miniseries, it's top 5, top 10 greatest television shows ever made. It is fantastic. It is, to me, it's better than Saving Private Ryan. And Saving Private Ryan is an amazing film. The way Saving Private Ryan is shot and crafted and made, it's better than that. Because even though Saving Private Ryan has the better set pieces because it has a bigger budget, it has some of the better action sequences, Saving Private Ryan focuses too much on certain characters. Band of Brothers has better characters. They are more real, and they feel like characters from this time period in the 1940s in World War II. These feel like genuinely real people, real characters, and the situations just feel more real. Even though Saving Private Ryan is more graphic and brutal and violent, Band of Brothers just feels more real, and it feels like you're in that situation. You're in this time period, in the war, on the battlefield with these troops. But they also go into like the training with them and just certain episodes of them just chilling in the trenches and just getting to know each other. It is the most real show about war I've ever watched. Band of Brothers. It's so good. They've tried to duplicate it with the same producers of Tom Hanks and Spielberg. Like The Pacific, which was good, but just not as good. And even Masters of the Air. Masters of the Air was pretty good. I enjoyed quite a bit of Masters of the Air, but it doesn't have that feel like Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers was lightning in a bottle. To this day, it is the greatest miniseries I've watched. This is the one thing I want to know in the comments is like, I think this is better than Saving Private Ryan. This show is better than Saving Private Ryan, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. But to me, it's the better one. It's the superior show over that movie. Best miniseries ever. So let me know in the comments below. What are your top 10 favorite miniseries of all time? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the dark side.